like to call to order the 1,439th meeting of the President and Board of Trustees for Machesney Park on this 18th day of December 2017. Please rise for an invocation given this evening by Trustee Wilson and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Trustee Bailey.
Let's bow our heads. During the Christmas season, we give thanks for the seasonal parties, the exchanging of gifts, the get-togethers that nourish our spirit, as well as the time with family, friends that nourishes our souls. Help us to remember those families who are struggling both financially and emotionally. May we, as caring people and community leaders, do what we can to ease their burden during this season of giving. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please take roll call?
Mayor Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Sykes.
Here.
Schmidt.
Here.
Kidd is absent. Wilson.
Here.
Bailey.
Here.
Beck.
Here.
Clerk is present. The attorney is present.
We have a quorum. I'll entertain the motion to approve the minutes of the November 20th board meeting.
So made. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Trustee Beck?
Yes, I made a note to Lori that under unfinished business, where we took the ordinance 38-17 out of the consent agenda, there were no trustee comments noted. And also under new business for resolution 72R17 for driveway variance for Winona Drive address, also had no trustee comments added. I'd like to have them added back into for the record, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes have been approved. Next, we have the Treasurer's Report from Treasurer Bradley Robeson.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's good to be back and out of school for a few weeks. The Treasury Report as of December 11th, 2017 reflects the total of all funds to be $9,683,798.43. A copy of the report is available at the back of the room. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to accept the Treasurer's Report.
So made.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the Treasurer's Report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Treasurer's Report has been approved. Next, we have communications from Clerk Lori Mitchell.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have quite a list of names to read tonight because of the generosity of the merchants in the village during this holiday season. We again held our holiday lighting contest in the village to encourage residents to light up their homes for the holidays. And we had an overwhelming response from the merchants and businesses in the village. The prizes, there's a list of the awards underneath the table where the prizes are. Because I ran out of room, they were so big. But we, like I said, we had a real showing of holiday spirit by our businesses. And I want to recognize the businesses that contributed to the prizes this year. Servicom, Tricky Enterprises, Lisa Tricky, Black Hawk Bank, Adele Professional Staffing, Meyer, Complete Nutrition, Pita Pit, Q Nail Spa, Great Clips, Potbelly, By the Dozen Bakery, Buffalo Wild Wings, Starbucks, and Beefaroo. In addition, we're pleased this evening to announce the top 3 homes in the village selected by our student liaison, her family and friends. And I bet you had a good time again this year, Tamron. Tamron's going to present the prizes. I tried to reach everyone today. I'm not sure that I was able to do that. I know one family was, the father was working this evening and they weren't able to come. But third Third place this year goes to the Allen residence at 8533 Elm Avenue. Second place goes to the Morris residence, 8532 Elm Avenue. And the first place this year goes to the Gresty residence, 8414 North Alpine Road. And if you'd step up to, Karen, if you would step up to by where Tambrin is, she'll present you with your prize. And again, I'd like to thank all the merchants that contributed and wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because it will be New Year next year, next time we see you, because our meeting will be Tuesday, January 2nd, because of New Year's Day. And that's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we have the warrant, Trustee Aaron Wilson.
Good evening, Your Honor. The A&F Committee met this evening and voted to recommend authorization of a warrant totaling $756,054.63. I move to authorize the warrant at this time.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the bills. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, will the clerk please take roll?
Trustee Wilson.
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
Sipes.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Kidd is absent. 5 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent.
The bills have been approved. Next on the agenda are administrative reports. Last couple of weeks have been very busy with many different events occurring. First, I would like to recognize our village clerk, Lori Mitchell, on receiving another prestigious award. She was honored by the Northwestern Illinois Municipal Clerks with the Clerk of the Year Award. Congratulations, Lori, on another well-deserved award.
Thank you.
And on December 6th, I attended the Parks Chamber Members Holiday Open House. It was a great networking opportunity for everyone that attended. I attended the Crime Commission meeting with local leaders with various communities sharing different ideas. I also attended the grand opening of the Happy Walk Roaster Chicken at 6901 North 2nd Street. The restaurant owners Kevin Olson and Cindy Lee presented Special Olympics with a check of $3,500. I would personally like to thank them for their generosity for this donation for the Special Olympics. Another business opened on North 2nd is Dunkin' Donuts, located at Harlem and North 2nd Street. These businesses are a huge boost to our North 2nd Street corridor. And I'm very happy to welcome both of them to the Village of Machesney Park. At this time, I'm placing in nomination the name of Scott Heidelman to fill the vacancy left by retirement of Dave Harmon, who served over 30 years on the Zoning and Planning Commission. Scott is a lifelong resident of Machesney Park. He graduated from Harlem High School. He studied at the University of Missouri and NIU, received a bachelor's degree in general health and human science with a master's degree in physical therapy. He's married and has 2 children. Currently works at OSF Home Care as a physical therapist. The board will be asked to approve this appointment on January 2nd board meeting. Finally, I'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. Continuing on with more administrative reports, next would be Attorney Tom Green. Do you have a report this evening?
Other than wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you. Next would be Village Administrator Tim Savage.
I recognize a theme, and I would like to also wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And also, as of Friday, the Sheriff's Department has promoted our own Pete Del Pra to the position of Lieutenant, so we would like to congratulate Pete on his appointment. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all.
Next would be Finance and Human Resource Manager Michelle Johansson.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Next would be Community Development Director James Richter.
Happy holidays to everyone. Wanted to just keep you posted on activity in the village as it relates to shopping and promoting our different shopping opportunities. As you know, the Destination Machesney program is really a social media-based campaign. This is kind of a hot time of year for shopping, so we've really been taking great efforts to promote the different merchants and retailers here, their promotions that they have going on, photos of new businesses, etc. And just proud to report that within the last 28 days, we've reached almost 13,000 different individuals in our market. We're just getting this program off the ground. We're looking forward to continuing its progress. So that's all I have.
Very good news. Thank you. Next would be Superintendent of Public Works, Chad Hunter.
No report tonight, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Next would be Village Engineer, Chris Dopkins.
Thank you, Your Honor. All of the construction activity for this year's projects is wrapped up. We have been finalizing the paperwork. There's a number of projects that were paid its final or approved tonight on the warrant for final payment. I'd like to say thank you to everybody in this room and the trustees and for allowing us to serve as your village engineer. That's a very high privilege. It's something that we don't take for granted. I got my start in Machesney Park. I don't forget that. And thank you so much for allowing us to serve. And everybody from the McMahon Group of Companies, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next would be Student Liaison, Tamron Hicot.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to say thank you for you guys letting me pick that winning house. It was fun. I went out with my mom, and we drove around, made a fun night out of it. At Harlem, this week there was the talent show auditions, and also it's week of finals. We have 1 day down, 2 more to go, and everyone's really excited for winter break, and I hope everyone has a good Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Public Safety Supervisor. I want to welcome Lieutenant Pete Delpra.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the period of December 1st through December 14th, there were 917 calls for service, 272 reports generated. On a secondary note, on December 27th at 10:30 a.m., the Sheriff's Department and Starbucks Coffee will be hosting hot chocolate with a cop. Goes along with the coffee with the cop that they had about a month ago. Welcome any children that would like to attend that. That would be great. Aside from that, just wishing everyone a happy and safe holiday. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is committee and trustee reports. Does any trustee have a report this evening? Trustee Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The NF Committee met this evening, and Ordinance 45-17 will go to tonight's board meeting with a positive recommendation. Also, Resolution 74-R-17 will have a positive recommendation for the January 2nd board meeting. Just want to remind everybody that tomorrow is the final Nickel Tuesday at Kelly's Market. So if you can possibly fill up your tank, top it off, 5 cents from every gallon of gas pumped will go to the Salvation Army. I'm running on fumes right now because I want to make sure I can get to gas tomorrow, so wish me luck. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is there any, Trustee Sipes?
Thank you, Your Honor. On Saturday, December 9th, I had the opportunity to help at the Helping Hands Pantry, handing out toys that the village partnered in for their toy drive. It was a very moving thing that I witnessed, the grandparents and the parents coming in, the joy on their face and tears that we could help them make a Merry Christmas for their children and grandchildren. So it was a very moving experience, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to be there. So thank you, and I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that. That's very nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Trustee Beck.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, I also like to wish all the families of Machesney Park a very Merry Christmas and the most happiest of the holiday season. We are lucky that we're having family flying into our home for the holidays, so we're hoping that all that families have their families near. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, next would be consent agenda. Would the staff present all items to be considered on the consent agenda, please?
Thank you. This evening's consent agenda consists of item A, ordinance 4017, a text amendment to the zoning code, Article 16, Section Z78, amending regulations for electronic message boards, first reading. Item B, ordinance 4117 grants a variance in lot width from 250 feet to 155 feet at 11180 Bertram Road, first reading. Item C, ordinance 4517, amending Chapter 7, section entitled Other Provisions regarding policy prohibiting sexual harassment, first reading. Item D, Resolution 65R17, authorizes right-of-way road dedication signatures on a plat for Baldwin Drive. Item E, Resolution 66R17, also authorizes signatures on a right-of-way road dedication plat, East Mall Drive. And item F, Resolution 73R17, approve an option to lease agreement with Synergy Power for 12.94 acres owned by the village on Perryville Road. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are there any items the trustee would like removed from the consent agenda to be considered separately? Hearing none, the consent agenda has been accepted as presented. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Will the clerk please take roll call?
Trustee Bailey. Aye. Beck.
Aye.
Sipes.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Kidd is absent. Wilson.
Aye.
Mayor Johnson.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent.
Consent agenda has been approved. Next, we have unfinished business, which we have none. Next would be new business, which we have none. Next is public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the board for the good of the village? Hearing none, next would be adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.